call the meeting to order. This is the Trails Committee meeting January 9th, calling the meeting to order at 7:38. We're going to do a roll call. Let me know when I call your name that you're here. Will Warren?
Here.
Satyendra Sharma?
Here.
Kat McKee here. Great. Happy New Year, everyone. And so let's kick off with the minutes. And since I was late in getting those out, I can put them on the screen so we can review them together. Let me share screens. I think it's this one. Share, yes. Okay, so Sati, thank you for drafting these. Will, let's just take a few moments if you want to go through them and see if you have any questions or comments or edits.
Hold on just a moment.
Actually, I have an edit. Number 3, bullet 1 is just a little bit of a weird way of I fixed that up, but also messed it up. So 3 paving companies were contacted. Okay. Okay. Let me know when I can scroll to the second page. Actually, I'm going to fix this spacing here. Oh, and the bullets are off. Got to fix those too. Hold on. I think I want these bullets to be outdented, and then we're good. Okay. Should I go to page 2? I'm going to change this spacing here. Wait, there's something weird going on. Hang on. I see something right here. Like, it looks like this is being shortcutted up here. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay.
Skip share.
Yeah, put skip shit in there. Okay, how are we doing, Will?
You are muted. Will. Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay, great. So can someone make a motion to approve the minutes from November 21st?
I will, Warren, make a motion to approve the minutes from November 21st.
And do we have a second?
Seconded.
Great. And all in favor, Will Warren?
Aye.
Satyendra Sharma?
Yes.
Kat McKee? Yes. Great. Motion passes. Minutes will be submitted later tonight. Thank you all. I shall stop sharing now. Okay, next up. Getting back into, so the last time we met, so we're going to talk about the Peninsula Trail Phase 1 Mass Trails Grant, update on things, and the paving. So the last time we met was on the 21st. And if you recall, if not, I'll remind us that we were having some issues with the town requiring professional liability for the asphalt company. And so that was resolved, but as a result of the delay in that discussion and the getting the contract signed, we missed the very small window that we had to get the paving done in December. However, we did get the contract amended to include a revised date through June of 2025. So we will be first in line in the spring when it warms up and the conditions are right to have the paving done at that time. So it's a success that we got that done, but we just didn't get it paved in 2024. Any questions? No? Okay.
Nope.
Great. Next up is some signage. So we did get the grant extension. I think I had shared that with no one because we haven't met. And so we got the grant extension, and that is through the end of this year. So our next step in this process is to, and one of the reasons we extended the grant was to ensure that we could, when we're working on the signage, be more inclusive of the Native Americans that lived on the land that is now the reservoir. And so we made an important contact during the conference, the Mass Trails Conference, of an individual who has some information that Framingham contacts used for a similar purpose. So we're going to get in touch with them and see if we can get some historical information on this and include that into and merge it into our signage. So next steps will be to reaching out to that contact and making some headway on what we want our interpretive signs to read, and figure out a map for our trailhead sign and things like that. So that will be something that we're working on in the next quarter. Okay. So I'll be reaching out to you guys to get some help. We should probably plan a work session or two just to think about signage. We've got some rough drafts of some content, but we're going to want to reach out to the contact and see if we can, what other information we can include. Okay. And that was timed, Sati, so that just a little bit of conversation was what we should be time tracking. Okay. Next up, phase 2, next steps with the project. So this part of the project is, we did last time talk about the geotechnical borings were completed. The borings were completed by the geotechnical firm, and that was delayed for a while because they had, it was a high demand. The equipment they needed to use for this location was in high demand. So that was delayed. So now that's been done. We worked through, there was a question after we got our NOIs of whether we needed a water certification for the small wetland area. That would have cost a lot of money and had a delay of 3 to 5 months potentially for the project. So that was a big question mark. But Melissa Danza, who is amazing, another shout out to her, the conservation agent, was going to help us do the application so that we wouldn't have to incur another $10,000 to do that. And but first question was to ask Mass DEP if we really needed the water certification because of the location, and she really wanted to let them understand where this was and the small impact that it would have. And so Mass DEP did confirm we do not need the water certification. So that is really good news, because that was just going to delay us a little bit more.
The boring results were boring.
They were very boring. Yeah, so we don't have I don't have the physical results. We'll talk to Beals about that and get an update on what that looks like.
What would interesting boring results look like?
Well, so I don't know if interesting and boring is the right word. It would be, is the quality of the land, of the earth that we plan to bore into going to hold the boardwalk and the footings of the bridge, for example? Will they hold what we're expecting to put on them? So that's really what that is. It drills down into the earth to see what's underneath, to ensure that, one, it's probably not a sinkhole, and two, that, that it will be satisfactory for weight bearing and that we need.
So they're looking for an adequate amount of stuff that is not just, just mud or just quicksand or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get a little bit more information from Beals. It's not, I really am new to that area, that topic area. So I don't want to overspeak or speak about something I'm not that familiar with, but that's the general sense of what it is.
Maybe we could get the people who did the foundation for the Millennium Tower in
Snarky
San Francisco
comment forthcoming, and I knew when I saw your face, I was like, I wanted to squeeze that in quickly before you said anything, because I saw it coming. Something's coming out of Bill's mouth.
Well, I'm just thinking that, if the land is not optimal, maybe we have a deeper, we drive our pilings deeper, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have an issue at this point, but we will. I'll get some more information so that we're feeling more well versed.
So one question: the water certification. Who does that? Whether we need it or not?
Mass DEP. So Melissa would have helped us submit the application to Mass DEP. It was one of the requirements that they had they noted on the notice of intent. But we went back and further probed, and we do not need it given the circumstance, the situation, and the wetlands where we are.
So Mass DP.
Mass DEP.
Oh, DEP. Okay. Yeah. Department. Okay.
Yeah.
Environment, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So I do want to remind us and put this in the minutes so we are all reminded that I have to ask Laura Davis with the conservation to help us file the notice of intents with the registry of deeds. I think there's $100 fee with each of those registrations. So I will be doing that in the next couple of weeks. And that will come out of our trails budget.
Registration fees
For filing the notice of intents with the registry of deeds. You know, just another way of giving money to the state, but it's important stuff. Okay, so that's that. And so our next step should be, and I'll reach out to Dave LaPointe, our point contact with Beals, and check in on the status of the what's it called? The bid, because we have to go to bid. So he should be preparing that, and we should have it shortly. One of the challenges we'll have is timing of when we want to put that out. That involves Mark Purple and Melanie, and maybe a little bit of Travis as well, the recreation director, to ensure that that gets properly processed. And there's legal notices and all sorts of timelines associated with that. If you remember, last year we were working every week. We met in January to get that bid out. So one of the personal challenges I have is I'll be away from the 12th through the 21st. So I'd like to selfishly time the bid so that it's not, well, it won't hit during that time, but that, if questions and site visits are required, that it doesn't hit during that time. Do either of you have vacations coming up or time away from the office that you need to, or away from the state of Massachusetts that?
No, but one question, what this bid is for, what work this bid is for the
Bridge.
whole bridge, not just thinking
boardwalk.
about the bridge and designing the bridge, but actually doing the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, it's a contractor a project manager to run the project, to purchase the bridge, to install the bridge, and to do all of the above.
Okay.
So this, yeah, okay. This is the part of that phase 2.
Phase 2, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, sorry, Will, did you have another question?
No.
Okay. And also we can start, because we have the notice of intent, we can start doing the work to do the natural surface trail. So we had a few smaller trees, like very small diameter trees, to remove and start kind of building out the trail before the boardwalk. So that's something, I mean, no one's jumping to get out there this winter, but maybe before all the foliage comes in, we can do some work when it warms up a little bit. Or if we have an unseasonably warm something coming up, we can look at what we can do for that. Because I think we had reached out to AMC to ask for volunteers to help. So they did come out and do a quick site visit to kind of help us plan the location a little bit better to be more accessible. And so I marked it with some flags so we would know what we were doing there, and we have a good concept. So I don't know how much external help we'll need. If we can be all hands on deck, we may be able to easily, because it's such a small section of trail, we could probably easily knock that out with a few sessions.
Now, this is the trail near where the bridge will be built.
It's going to be where the boardwalk is going to be built. So in that little thicket of trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the boardwalk is part of our bid, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're keeping the bid very simple: boardwalk and bridge, period. We handle everything else. We handle the natural surface trail. We handle the bog bridge in between. We handle all of that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll report back when we next meet, which it would be nice to meet if you're open to it before I head out on the 12th. So maybe if today is the 9th, maybe we can meet by like the 23rd or 30th, perhaps, if you're open to it, and we can give a quick update and see where we are with things.
No, that sounds fine.
Yeah, both are fine.
Great. Okay, good. So any other questions on phase 2?
So one thing, these will be new bids, right? We did earlier. So now because the extension, okay.
No. I ask that again. I don't think I answered.
So these will be the new bids, or because we did one, right? For the bridge and boardwalk we last.
Right, that bid went out last year, but we didn't get any response.
Yeah, that's
We had
what. Yeah.
26 people, firms pull, and then we remember we had asked
Yep.
why did you bid, and they shared, oh, you need to include the engineering stuff. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
So
Do
Yes.
we have enough money for, or well, we don't know yet because of
yes, we do.
we do.
Yes, we do. We do because no one's going to put in a bid that's beyond our budget.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my 2025 resolution to just say it, and it will be. Okay.
Okay. All
And
right.
it will be. Build it.
Hmm.
No, I we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine because we're not gonna. Yeah, well, it is what it is, right? We're not gonna spend more than we have because we don't have it.
No, but I mean, last time we didn't get any response back. Okay, all right.
It wasn't because of the budget. It was because the bid needed to have the engineering services. It was too many unknowns for a company to bid on. The bid was just lacking some information that they really needed to bid it appropriately, and no one
Okay.
wanted to get.
Okay, and when do we expect the bids will come back?
That's what I'm going to be reaching out to Beals for, figuring out, coordinating, and then talking to us when I come back at the meeting, either on the 23rd or the 30th. So we'll know then.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Okay, next up is the volunteer recruitment. So I still have that one contact to reach out to that said, hey, I want to do some trails work. We weren't sure if that person was inquiring about being on the committee or just doing trails work. So that's still on me to get done, and I'll follow up and report back next meeting. Okay. And then if it isn't an interested party, then we should just start advertising that we have an opening and see who we might recruit to be on our committee.
Okay.
Our open spot. Okay. Annual report. So I need to see when that deadline is because
January 7th.
what?
It's January 7th. I need to do an annual report too. So if you're going to get an extension, then great. But
wait. What do you mean? Are you serious?
that's what I saw tonight, but maybe I'm wrong.
No. I have so many emails.
By the way, Sati,
Mhm.
did you unpack the pallets and things
Mhm.
and the benches?
Right.
How did that go?
Nothing stood out.
It's very uneventful, right?
Okay, I mean, I wasn't feeling well then, so that's why I didn't come along. But it
No,
sounded
we'll
like
show
it.
you. We'll when we assemble them. We'll in. Hopefully, you'll be there.
Oh, okay. But so the benches are still unassembled at this point?
Yes,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Yeah. We'll do something like that in the spring. I think they looked pretty simple to put together.
Okay. Did they look like they weighed enough or whatever?
They weren't that heavy, were they? They came in components,
Yeah.
like their slats were separate, so they're in separate components and very movable.
But when we put them together, will they be heavy enough then?
Yeah.
Well, I think what I would recommend, and you tell me, Sati, that we might want to just bring the items because they're easier to carry without it being a bench to the location and put it
Yeah.
there, put it together.
I think
Yeah, I would say that sounds like a
That is
very
better, yeah.
reasonable thing to do. Yeah.
And we can use our gorilla cart to bring it around because it will be a little awkward, but it will fit.
Okay. You getting kickbacks on the gorilla car here? We mentioned it a lot. Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait. We'll put that thing together too, but I'll wait until we have somebody else involved. So it's
All
not-
right.
So the annual report is due January 17th.
Oh, really?
That's the town annual report, that goes to the town meeting. So, and we can include our little one pager of like what we accomplished in 2024.
Good. Well, then I'm still on time to do my annual report. You.
Yeah, but so anyway, so any reports received past January 27th may not be included in the annual report. So we will send that
Wait, what did it say about January 7th?
27th. It's due
27th.
on the 17th, but
17th.
anything past the 27th is never ever going to get into it this year, ever.
Okay, good. Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I will put something together for that for us. And basically we'll just be focusing on while we might not have accomplished a lot of tangibles, we did a lot of we made some good progress.
No, I think a lot of progress got made. I mean, in terms of moving ahead and getting into a situation for bids and all of that. My goodness, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do as much programming as we might have in the past, but we worked a lot. We had a lot of meetings too. So thank you for
Yeah.
We're getting this is the year though. This is the year it's all going to get done.
One status issue that very important is, how are your cats doing, by the way?
That's definitely on the agenda, and they're doing great. Thank you.
They're healthy again?
They're hanging in there. Yeah. They get a little nervous when I try to pack up and go somewhere hiking like tonight. I was bringing some stuff up from the basement and Ori gets nervous. And so she starts to go under carpets and stuff. So you'll walk by the kitchen carpet and there'll be a big lump and you're like, yeah, I know who's in there. It's just cute. It's like a weighted blanket.
What, they think you're going to leave forever, or?
Yeah, they get a little anxious.
Oh, wow.
They love mama and daddy. Anyway, thanks for asking. Okay, and now the world knows about my cats. Okay, so next up is and closing out outstanding projects. So I think we're close to being finished with some of the older projects. I want to check in with Carla to see if there is, because we used some of the monies that we had from a previous Choate Fund grant to finish up the trail programming that we had promised. And I think there may be one interpretive sign. Remember that Bella was working on that may be covered under that grant. I just need to see if we have some funds. I'll get that information and we'll look at that for our next meeting as well. And that will be definitely something we want to close out and be happy we've done that. DCR MOA work plan. So Tom is not with us tonight. He's been working on that. So I got to say, we definitely want to get that done Q1. And I know he's been working on it for a little bit, but what we might need to do is volunteer to help Tom, take what he's started to develop and work through it and see if he'll be open to that, to get to finish. So let's see next time we meet what he's got for us, and then we will volunteer to help him bring that across the finish line. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And I think maybe the best way we do it is we just use one of our meetings as carve out some work time and just do it together in that meeting.
Yep.
Okay. Okie doke. Next up is committee business related to maintenance trail butters website policies. So the website could be on our list this year, but I'm not going to put it before the bid. Like, let's get the bid done and get some momentum there, and then we can focus on the website. I think it's been a long enough time that my temperature has come down a little bit about the transition and the loss of the contact list. So I can now, maybe we can focus a little bit on, any improvements. What might be also interesting, we've talked about, and we're going to need this for our trailhead kiosk, is a map maker, like, a way to improve our maps that we have. We've been working with All Trails and getting some maps off of that. But it would be nice to have a resource, a cost-effective resource that could help us develop some professional looking maps. So if either of you want to take on looking for a resource that we could work with that works with, maybe focuses on nonprofits and not going to charge an arm and a leg, to help us develop some maps, that might be something we can use that can help us with the signage, 1, and 2 with our existing maps. Do either of you want to take on that lovely challenge?
Yeah, I'll poke at it, and if Sati, you can poke at it too. I mean,
Okay.
it's a matter of finding people. I guess I guess we'll first we'll see what we can find, and then we'll try and figure out what kind of style map we really
Yeah.
want, right?
And yeah, and someone who's cost effective too. Like, I know these things can maybe run up a little bit, but
Right.
hopefully there's someone out there that wants to help town committees.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. And so trail of butters. So I get a call, and I replaced one of the signs off of Lynbrook. It was actually off of Route 30 near Beals Preserve. So it redirects people that are going to Beals, not this side. This side's not permitted. Go to the other side. So hopefully it will help prevent people from walking on the wrong side of the open channel. So I did update that sign. So I don't have anything else. I guess
Just one question. I know that Mr. Beal died.
yes, Whitney.
Did we send anybody to his funeral? Maybe not.
No, I was not able to attend, but
Okay.
I was noticing in the annual report that I had just downloaded because Melanie included a copy of that. There was a nice dedication to him. I can send that email to you if you guys want to see that. Actually,
Now his death doesn't affect the status of the preserve, does it?
no. But he was a really a good trail supporter. He supported us in our initiatives. He supported us at town meeting when we were there to get our bylaw changed and try to get associate members. You might remember that, Brutus. But yeah, he was an asset of a person and quite interesting. So I just sent that to you guys.
Well, it was really, really sad that he got. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So okay. All right. So if there's nothing else, let's talk about quickly. So 23rd, 30th, 23rd, 30th. Let's do the 30th. How about that? The Thursday, the 30th. Will that work for everybody?
That works fine at this particular time. It also would work fine.
Quick look and make sure there's nothing going on. Oh, something. Oh yeah, no. Okay, that's fine. How about you, Sati? You said okay?
Yes, fine.
7:30, good. All right, good.
Yeah, that's fine with me too.
And that will give me some time to reach out to IT and figure out what's going on with the Zoom now, because every time I can't use the local app because it says it needs to be updated, and then when I try to update it says contact your IT person. So not sure what's going on with that, but it is delaying me access to starting the meetings. So I'm sorry I was late. Okay, if there's nothing else, does anyone want to make a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn the meeting at
8:07.
8:07. Yep.
Okay, and do we have a second?
Yes, second.
Great, and let me know that I'll do a roll call vote. Satyendra Sharma.
Yes.
Kat McKee. Yes. Will Warren.
Yes.
Great. So we adjourn the meeting at 8:07. Thank you all, and I will see you on the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.